right, good morning, good morning. This is Stay Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. And if you look at your time, you would definitely agree with us that it's actually 10 minutes past 9 this morning. And today, particularly this time, we really want to look into very, very important issue that actually concerns Imo State. And I have a gentleman here in the studio that will do justice to the issue. And I will not really let the cat out of the bag, but there will be this, the people to actually let the cat out of the bag concerning the particular issue, as it affects Imo State in general. And in the studio this morning, well, before I introduce them, I really want to tell you that my name is Osaze Ejiogu. I will be the anchor, for the show this morning. In the studio, I have Honorable Chief Celestine Ngobiwo, who actually represented Obowo State constituency from 2007 to 2011 and from 2011 to 2015 in the Imo State House of Assembly under the platform of PDP. He is from Okigwe zone. Good morning, sir.
Good morning and good morning, listeners.
Welcome to Boss Radio.
Thank you.
We have another guest in the studio. His name is Engineer Kenkwo Kesandu. I'm sorry, I hope I pronounced that name very well. Kensele, former House of Representatives candidate from Okigwe South Federal Constituency under the platform of Young People's Party YPP. Good morning.
Good morning, Ndimo and Okigwe Zone.
Okay, I have another personality in the studio, Barrister Dick Adendu, a lawyer and a political analyst. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks, listeners. Good morning to the listeners.
All right, the discuss, of course, on this morning show is what we call the Okigwe Zone Decide. They will definitely tell us what that actually means and what the Okigwe people are really preparing to do ahead of the Imo State gubernatorial election slated for the 11th of November 2023. Well, before I come to actually ask my guests the questions, I really want to tell you something you need to know about Imo State. For those of you who don't really know much about Imo State, of course, I want to tell you that Imo State History and Capital, that's Imo State local government areas and senatorial zones district in Imo State. Of course, you have it on good authority that Imo State has 3 senatorial zones, namely Imo East, Owerri zone, senatorial zone, Imo North, Okigwe zone, and the Imo West, Olu zone. Imo State actually came into existence in 1976, along with other new states created under the leadership of the late military ruler of Nigeria, Murtala Mohammed, who is actually late and having been previously part of East Central State. Well, the state is named after the Imo River, which is named after a very prominent Nigerian family with the family name Imo, who were the chiefs of Imo State before the ratification of a more formal government. Well, I believe you've actually kind of received a little knowledge of how the Imo State actually came into existence. And when it comes to the election, especially state elections, everyone really expects fairness, everyone expects equity, everyone expects justice. The issue of zoning in Nigeria is not really something that one can say is actually strange. It's peculiar to every party, it's peculiar to everyone. And on this note, I really want to, before I come to my first guest, I really want to tell you that we are live on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Like the page and drop that comment instantaneously to actually be part of today's discourse. You can equally go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel and drop your comment as well. The number for the WhatsApp messages, if you really want to be part of today's program, is 0806 9992 999. 0806 9992 999. Now, I really want to begin with you, Honorable Chief Celestine Ngaobiwo. Tell us what you mean by Okigwe Zone Decide. I'm trying to decode a lot of things in this, but I want to hear it from your mouth, sir.
Yeah, thank you, moderator or anchorman. Like I said, my name is Honorable Chief Ngobiu Celestine. I'm from Obo State Constituency, Obo Local Government. From what you said, or what you tagged the topic, Okigwe decides. You know, Okigwe, as you rightly said, is one of the senatorial zones in Imo State.
Yes.
And over the time, like you said, Imo State has 3 senatorial districts.
Definitely.
Olo senatorial district, Owerri, and Okigwe. Now, every 4 years, different political parties run for election, run for governorship, and this governorship is the only election that concerns the entire 3 states or 3 senatorial districts. So this time, Imo people are preparing to go into governorship election in 11th November 2023. And now different political parties have selected their candidates to fly their tickets. And that is why we, the Okigwe people, we have looked around and have seen how it has been going in Imo State. And we said it is very needful, very necessary, that we, the people of Okigwe, whom I feel are united, should come together and decide what to do in respect of the upcoming governorship election. So that is why we said we are coming up on Sunday at the house of one of our chiefs, Ben Duru, in Himen Bano, where the Okigwe people will come to talk about their interest in this election. Already, we know that our interest is that there should be equity. We are interested in equity sharing in the governorship position of Imo State. And we are deciding to throw our weight, throw our political support behind a credible political party with a credible candidate. That is why we said Okigwe have decided to come together to throw their political support by electing a credible person in the upcoming
gubernatorial election. Okay, thanks so much, Honorable Chief Celestine Ngobiwo, for that explanation. And let me come over to you, Barrister Dick Adendo. I really want to have your opinion on this particular issue. The Honorable Chief has really said what the Okigwe people decide means, but I believe you may have a different idea, or maybe a different perspective, or maybe you may have 1 or 2 informations Okigwe people have for the Imo life. So I would love you to spill it out for us this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't have a different idea rather than to add to the perspectives which he has outlined. When you look at the name or maybe the title of the program, Okigwe Decides, is only an expression of the position of the people of Okigwe as a geopolitical bloc. Okay. A major one for that matter, in the composition of power in Imo State, as both of you, have earlier noted. Now, that principle and position, which he also rightly pointed out, is based on equity, based on fairness, based on social justice. Because one, Anyway, without going into the nitty-gritty yet, you see that such concepts like equity, like fairness, which sometimes are expressed in rotation and zoning, of political offices, is predates democracy. It has been in existence before democracy, because it is something that emanates from the conscience. If three brothers, have something in common, and then, one is superimposing it, monopolizing it, the other two will not be happy. So you see that this principle of equity, that is power sharing or rotation, if you like, it's natural, it's logical, because it makes for, social cohesion, peaceful coexistence, because it promotes justice and fairness, inclusiveness, participation. Because if you are humble enough to be led, you should also have the right to lead.
Okay.
Both rights are coupled.
Okay.
So that is why the Okigwe people, having examined the power structure, especially since 1999 to date, and having seen that Owerri zone, so to say, or so to speak, seems to have been shortchanged. They have not had a fair, access to power. And then we feel, as a pressure group, it's not that we are going to decide on Sunday. We have already decided. Maybe on Sunday we'll rectify, that based on these principles, based on this concept, that it should be the turn of Owerri zone. So, and the next, perhaps, assignment is to look at who among the people coming from Owerri zone is best suited, acceptable to the masses, has the vision, has the character and the competence, and then has a political platform, that can, challenge the incumbent government. These are what we, looked at, and these are the necessary parameters that informed our position. Okay. And our position is also in line with section 14, 14.4 of the Constitution, which talks about, prohibits predominance of one section, impliedly. Okay. It's also talking about zoning and, power sharing structure in any polity, even at the ward level. Sometimes you see people will say this councillor, the last councillor came from this community. It should also go to this community. So why wouldn't that apply at the state level? Why shouldn't it apply at the state level? Even, like I said, that it predates democracy. Yeah. And I've cited where impliedly you can, see that concept in the Constitution, section 14.4. And then UDHR, that is Universal Declaration on Human Rights. Particularly, I think Article 19 and 21, talks about, participation, inclusiveness, that people should have the right, given the latitude, to participate in the affairs that concern them. So these are the major things we considered and said it should go to Owerri zone. All right. Because Olu zone, having tested power, 8 years, uninterrupted 8 years of Achikwu, uninterrupted 8 years of Rogers. And then 4 years, making it 20 years. So if you give another 4 years, what then are we talking about? Why is the equity? Why is the justice?
There is one particular governor you did not mention his name.
No, I said uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted
ones. You understand that? Okay. That one is only 4 years. So it appears that 4 years only came to interrupt this dominance of a particular zone, and that is not fair enough. All right. All right. Not in all good conscience.
All right. Thank you so much, Barrister, for that detailed explanation. Remember, we are live on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Like the page and drop the comment. We are having a very important issue on this particular morning show, and it's all about Okigwe people decide. I believe you've heard from the two guests what they mean by Okigwe people decide. Right now, I'm shifting to Engineer Kenkwo Kesando Kinsele, former House of Representatives candidate, Okigwe South Federal Constituency. Please, could you actually lay your voice to what the two guests have already said concerning the issue Okigwe people decide?
Okay, good morning, Imolites and Ndi Okigwe. Well, the two voices you heard previously are my elders, respected elders and leaders from our senatorial district. I am from Ihito Boma.
Okay.
And I can tell you that the men that spoke are people who do not take for granted when affairs of Okigwe senatorial district is in play. The truth about it is that there is this slogan or statement that is being made while I was growing. Na obodoni ne mepechana ya for Okigwe nolo. And as I speak to you, it has shifted to obodoni ne mepechana ya for nani Okigwe. And the reason it's simple. It is as if for everything we contribute towards the good growth and development of Imo State, we are not considered in the scheme of things. Vis-a-vis developmental things, projects. And Okigwe is blessed with human and natural resources. So basically what we're saying in effect is, it is high time Okigwe people came together. It is high time we spoke in one voice and said, this is what we want for the good, peace, and development of Okigwe. And you can see that insecurity has shifted from Olu zone to a reasonable extent to our place. And we're not happy with it. We have so many moribund industries in Okigwe zone. We're not happy with it. I am from Ihito Boma, and I can tell you for free, between Ihito Boma, there's an Abadaba lake there. Nobody talks about it. There's a ceramic industry in Ehimemba, nobody talks about it. You want us to mention the rice processing machines and the rice processing farms in Ihito Boma? Nobody's talking about it. They have poultry in Obo, nobody's talking about it. So it is high time Okigwe people came together, and that is why we've come, Oganiho Okigwe, to say this is the way to chat for Okigwe people. This is where Okigwe people will stay, and we will get these dividends of democracy that we've always craved for. It is about Okigwe people. It is about our good. It is about our development. It is about putting Okigwe back in the scheme of things in the state. It's as if we're abandoned. And that is why we are calling all men and women of goodwill, good people of Okigwe. We must come together. We must speak in one voice. We must take this very important decision for posterity's sake. I'm a young person, and I can tell you that what the young people, the future of the future generations of this state, we don't even understand what is happening. And if you come to our zone, a whole lot of things are happening. And I can tell you that this is the golden opportunity we have as a people. Okigwe people will have a golden opportunity to right the wrongs, to bring back ourselves into the scheme of things. And that was saying that come November 11th, it is sacrosanct. It is important. In fact, this election is more important to Okigwe people than any other senatorial our sister zones, because we have been so marginalized. Not even about an Okigwe person going or something, but when it comes to the affairs of the development of Okigwe. So we have come together to say that it is now important that we must take a holistic decision, a unanimous agreement to say this is where we're going. And like Barrister said, after we must have checked all these candidates, we will reach a social contract with one person. And this is what Okigwe people want. And this is how we want it. And when we want it. And it will be done. So this time, Okigwe people are not joking with this election. It is our election. And that is why you are hearing Okigwe decides. We are the ones that are going to decide this election. The 6 local government and 64 wards of Okigwe zone, we're going to speak in one voice and ensure that we put our egg in one basket so that it will be very useful to us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Kinsley, for that detailed explanation as well on the issue at hand. Let me remind you once again that we are live on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Like the page and drop that comment. You can equally join the conversation via WhatsApp, of course. You can send us your WhatsApp messages on 0806 9992 999 0806 9992 999. On the show this morning, we are talking about Okigwe People Decide. They are telling us that they've already come together to decide who their vote will be going to come gubernatorial election in Imo State on the 11th of November this year. And I believe you listener out there may have one or two questions to ask them or one or two contributions to make as well. We will definitely open the phone lines in the next 5 minutes so that you can call in and ask them questions, maybe contribute, one or two things on what we are really discussing. Now, before I come to you, Honorable Chief Celestine Ngobiwo, I just want to look at the past governors Imo State has had in the past from 1960 to date, whether under military regime or whatever. Like we have Ndubisi Kano, who was there as governor, of course, under military junta in 1977. We had Adekunle Lawa, who is not even in Imo State as well. We had a Sunday Ajibade Adenihon. These actually were under military junta. Of course, 1977, 1978, 1979. Now, the first, let me say, civilian president, which Imo State, civilian governor, which Imo State had, was late Samuel Onunaka Mbakwe. Yes, of course, who was there from the 1st of October 1979 to the 31st of December 1983 under the platform of NPP. After him, then we had Ike Nwachukwu, under military junta in 1985 as governor of Imo State. We have Alison Amakoduna Madueke, of course, under military junta 1986. We had Amadi Ikweche, under military junta 1990. We have Anthony E. Ogugwa under military junta in 1992. Then the second civilian governor Imo State produced was Ivan Nwerem, of course, from January 1992 to November 1993 under the platform of NRC. But after him, we had James N.J. Aneke, who was there as an administrator under military junta, of course, in 1996. Then we have Tanko Zubairu as administrator, then under military junta of May 1999, before we actually return back to civilian rule proper. And in 1999, we had Achiku Denwa, who was there from 29th of May 1999 to 29th of May 2007 under the platform of PDP. Then after him, we had Ikedi Ohakim from May 29, 2007 to May 29, 2011 under the party of PPA, and before he switched over to PDP. Then after him, we had Owele Rogers and Nayo Korocha from May 29, 2011 to May 29, 2019 under the platform of APC. And after him, we had Emeka Hedoha from May 29, 2019 to 15th of January 2020 under the platform of PDP. Now we have the President Governor Senator Hope Uzodimma, who actually assumed office on the 15th of January 2020 under the platform of APC. Now, I decided to read out all these because we are talking about issues affecting Imo State because Okigwe Zone decided based on the fact that they want the good of the zone and they want the good of the state. Now, looking at the whole governors I mentioned, let's begin from 1999 to date. Would you say that Imo State as a state has fared better on that civilian rule from 1999? Because we are talking about making Imo State better, because Okigwe Zone will not support someone who will not really make the state better, who will not really be for the interest of Imolite and especially the Okigwe Zone people. So I really want to put on a spot, Honorable Chief Celestine Ngobiwo. Can we say that Imo State has fared better under the civilian rule from 1999 to date?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. You know, from 1999, when Mbakwe, our icon, is from Obo. Was from Obo. He saddled the leadership position of Imo State. By then, Imo State has not been divided into Abia, Ebonyi, and so on.
Yes.
So he was the governor for the present 3 states now. During that time, I observed a lot of developments.
Okay.
Because Mbakwe, as people call him, a crying governor, he did everything possible to make sure that Imo State came out fully as a developed state. That is why Mbakwe, people call him Mbakwe makes things happen. Because of the way he handled the infrastructural development of the state then. And if you look at how things were then, you will say that civilian regime is better than military regime, because there were some structures that were in place to checkmate the behavior or the executive who is at the state, who is in position.
Okay.
But under military regime, they rule with the decree.
Yes.
If you say what they don't want, they can arrest you and dump you in the cell. But under civilian regime, such things do not happen.
Okay.
So I can say authoritatively that civilian regime is far better than military regime.
Okay.
In fact, civilian regime is allows freedom of speech, allows freedom of expression, allows people. In fact, there was security depending on the man who was on the seat. But under military regime, the army, they are very forceful. They can do anything, and with their decree, they do any kind of thing they want to do.
Okay.
So if you look at our educational system during Mbakwe regime, was perfect. Our roads were okay.
Okay.
You get some industries here and there. Like my brother said, Casey said, Mbakwe established a Inishi extrusion company. He established Mbakwe Modern Poetry. Opened up many areas. Go to Ebonyi, you see his presence. You go to Abia State, you see his presence there. You go to Obo, go to any part of Imo State, you will see the presence of his administration.
Okay.
But under his military regime, such things were lacking.
All right. All right. Before I come to Barrister, let me remind the listener out there that the phone lines are officially open right now. Of course, the numbers to call are 090-922-29922, 090-922-29922, or 091-226-77989. The calls are really coming on. I will pick your call. You listener, I will pick your call. But before I do that, I really want to ask Barrister Dick Adendu, of course, a lawyer and political analyst. I really want you to use just 2 minutes and tell us Imo State as a state, when it comes to development. Let's actually use this present administration as a scorecard. Since 2020 to date, in terms of development, how would you rate Imo State? Because I can give you instance, of course, in other states in the southeast. Ebonyi State, for the past 6 to 7 years, I can tell authoritatively that Ebonyi State have achieved massive development at Imo State. I can tell authoritatively, for sure. Now, let's look at Imo State since 2020 to date. How would you rate Imo State in terms of development ahead of the November 11th election? Because the Imolites are listening. Those in Europe are listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Presenter. The indices are there and very clear, because as a lawyer, you talk with facts.
Yes.
And then figures. Well, when the previous administration performed so poorly, if a previous administration performed so poorly, any little achievement on the succeeding administration, will look, will have some ovation
Okay.
and applause. But that doesn't mean that that is the maximum,
Okay.
that could be achieved. That is one of the things that maybe has really beclouded people's assessment.
Okay.
But I keep saying, there is this video by this very young man, that I so much admired, Oporozo, before he defected to
Yeah, Collins Oporozo.
Yes, when he was publicity secretary of
PDP.
I keep saying that the figures, he gave, which mainly come from authoritative and verifiable sources, like Bureau of Statistics, in terms of the humongous income, revenue accruing to Imo State. I think he was mentioning something 600 and something billion, and that was before this administration attained up till 4 years, I mean maybe 3 years and 600 and something billion. And then you look at what is on ground, infrastructure.
Okay.
Maybe the two signature projects of this administration, Owerri and Olu roads, which I've always emphasized, do not, the two roads do not lead to everywhere in Imo State. They lead to particular points. Then what about the other hinterland roads, the internal roads? Do you understand? Then you look at primary schools. You look at the health sector. Look at our health centers. Now, how do you now justify? Because oftentimes a transparent government will give statistics of income and expenditure, so that people can, really access whether it has done well or not. Know where the monies, are coming from.
Yeah.
For instance, Imo State is an oil producing state, so we have this 13% derivation. Then federal allocation and internally generated revenue, and then foreign loans. So when you compute all this, my brother, you would see that there is, it pales insignificance. What you have on ground pales insignificantly to these, revenues, accruable revenue from the states.
Okay.
So, and on that basis, I wouldn't give this administration a pass mark.
All right.
Coupled with the atmosphere, of fear,
Insecurity.
So it's curious that the thing is escalating by the day.
Okay.
Most of the local government sole administrators, they operate from Owerri. They operate from Owerri. And I mentioned sometime, Abacha said that if insecurity lasts beyond 24 hours,
Yes.
then the government has questions to answer.
All right. Let's actually entertain this call. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, welcome to Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Catchison, Ekuha. I am calling from my community, Avo, in Owerri West Local Government.
Go ahead.
Good morning, comrade KKK.
Morning, my brother.
Yeah, thank you. I want to just get something straight.
Okay.
Because I had people say that this is Okigwe decide. That people will decide where to vote in the next election. But I had expected somebody to say, we are voting for so candidates and spell it out. But I have not heard that. Maybe you say it later. But however, I want to remind you people, the presenter have listed out the military administrators and the civilian governors from 1960 to date. If you check, you people have produced Sam Mbakwe. You people have produced Governor Ike Hakim. Allah have produced more number of them. And then over the zone, we only had Ivan Emerem and Governor Emeka Ihedioha. If you check by equity, you will see that it is over the zone's turn to produce what? Governor. So at least I am expecting, if people are not adopting somebody from Okigwe zone, support somebody from Owerri zone, then after, we can now go back to Okigwe zone. Equity demands it comes from Owerri zone. Owerri zone decides. That is in equal from us.
Thank you so much. And I think
He may have joined us late.
Yeah, he wasn't listening.
That was we said at the beginning.
But I don't know, but I don't know whether if I would be wrong to extract the name of the candidate or Okigwe zone maybe adopting. Is it really? I don't know, but have you people decided now to tell us the particular candidate, or should we wait after Sunday? Barrister.
Okay. There's this thing I remember I read in one of Shakespeare's novels. I think Julius Caesar, if I can recollect vividly, many years ago.
Okay.
You know, somebody was making a statement and referring to Caesar, but he was making that statement indirectly, and the person asked him, "Is this Caesar you mean?" He said, "Well, Rome has ears, you know, and eyes." You know.
Okay.
I made a reference. I said that we are going to the parameters for considering our choice, which we have made, but in order not to sound as an imposition. Like I told you, said we are going to ratify on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
But there are certain parameters that will point or already points to who we will ratify.
But definitely
certain parameters that we all share. Let me list them: character.
Okay.
Competence.
Okay.
And then the political platform.
Okay.
Everybody knows that apart from APC in power, the next party that has outreach, very wide outreach, and then has been in power in this state since 1999, before the interruption of before Rocha's through Abga and later APC.
Yeah.
It's PDP.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I gave all those hints.
Yeah.
Yes, but we will ratify so that we will agree. It shouldn't seem as if it's an imposition. But I said that when you talk about rotation and zoning, it's something that has to do with conscience.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Even when you are not talking about a political, you are looking at, is it fair?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Will
Okay.
it bring, I think...
Just hold on. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, continue.
Yes, like I was trying to refer to the creed, the Rotarian creed. Is it fair to all concerned? Will it bring goodwill and, this is, those four cardinal creeds of the Rotarian, the Rotary Club.
Okay, just hold on. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my good people in the studio.
Good morning. Welcome to Buzz Radio 98.9 FM Owerri.
Yes, my name is Frank. I always call from Wolseley out.
Okay.
Frankly speaking, the people in the studio there, they are doing well. They are spoken very well. But my own confession, for them to understand that we are counting few weeks now to go to the poll, November election. By now, they would have come out with a candidate. I am from Oluzon, as it is, from Idato South. But as it is, I believe it.
Oh, please, Frank, we hope you will definitely call us back. Let's read the messages we have on our Facebook page. This one is coming from Wiseman. Wiseman says he's watching us live from Bakeleke, Boy State. He says, good morning. Okay, we have another caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Everybody in the studio.
Okay, he's greeting everyone here in the studio.
Good morning, dear.
Yes, my name is Pastor Malachi. I'm calling from East Alabama.
Go ahead, sir.
Please, I appreciate what the discussion is all about in the studio. But I have my worry. My worry is how can Okigwe speak with one voice when all the politicians in Okigwe zone hate themselves and they can never come together. Now, they are going through the Machiavellian philosophy of the end justifies the means. How can? If we look at the scenario now, it's Okigwe that is suffering. Owerri, we are talking about next. Owerri is the state capital. Every development in Imo State is taking place in Owerri. So if Owerri don't have the governor, they have nothing to lose. It is only Okigwe's one that is suffering. Olu has dominated this thing and is still dominating it because of the accident of local government creation, which gives them more. And even see the part of Okigwe to them. And our politicians are running helter-skelter. I want those in the studio to come clear. We are watching them. If you are telling us parties that have started early, it is not what we are looking for now. We are looking for a man that will be able to win election, a man that will be able to preserve his vote, a man that will satisfy the conscience of the people of Okigwe, and a man that is also able to crisscross, get part of Owerri, get part of Olu to support us here. Okigwe desperately needs the governor now, and stop deceiving us. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much for calling. I have this Facebook message coming from Ozo Francis Omaga Namani. He says he's actually watching us live from Amagu in Enugu State. He says, good morning, boss FM crews. Thank God it's Friday. Keep up the good work. Okay, thanks so much, Ozo Francis. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, moderator.
Yeah, welcome to Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri.
Calling from Durovas compound.
Welcome to the show.
Oh no. The issue at stake is what Abraham Lincoln told us about democracy. He was the person who defined democracy. He said government exists to do for the people what they cannot on themselves do. One of your guests there, you know what I'm saying. The other one is a barrister. The other one is a social commentator. So two of them should know that the essence of governance is to do for the people what they cannot do for themselves. Just as we are not having insecurity all over Imo State and the Southeast, you cannot do whatever you want to do at the time you want to do it, for one reason or the other. You have taken some of your rights to some people for governance. That is what we want. But if I were to suggest, I'm saying that we have tried the umbrella, it did not succeed. We have tried the broom, the rope with which they tied it appears not to be holding fast. Let us try human beings, like Mbakwe we were present there. Tried human beings as their symbol, and there was success. So let us try human beings once more and have success. I want to correct an impression. When you were reading out names of governors, you did not mention Ikenwachiku.
I did.
You did not mention Madako.
I did.
You did not mention Okugwa.
Prince Imokwana, I did.
You did not mention this other man from Abia.
Who?
Amadi Ikweche.
I did.
They were all part of Okigwe, so, but then they were under military. So what we are saying now, as of today, whoever is going to give me my next email should occupy the place. But okay. If somebody from Marvel talked about Owerri, when Owerri is occupying, presenting more than how many candidates, dividing their votes, what do you expect? Thank you, I remember it.
Okay, thanks so much, Prince Okwara, for your contribution. I really wrote out all those names he said that I did not really mention. Let's keep entertaining these calls. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Boss Radio.
Good morning, my dear presenter.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
My greeting goes to the honorable gentleman in the studio.
Thank you so much.
My name is Kajetan Obonna, and I'm reaching out from Obiati Hite in Tembise LGA.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, the topic is quite interesting. I want to align myself with what second to the last speaker said. Even Prince Imo has, spoken the whole thing all. Politics is a game of numbers, as well it is a game of inclusion. If there are factions, just like somebody rightly said in Okigwe, I don't know how they will move forward. Please, what is happening in Imo State since 2020 is quite appalling. Everything has gone, I don't know how to describe it. It is going to be a collective responsibility, a collective effort for you and I to remedy the whole situation. This is our state. We don't have any other state apart from Imo State. I don't want to go into the charter of equity. That one does not work out in Imo State. But we need a change. We have been trying, or just like when Simon Pratt said, we've tried Umbrella and the rest of them, they couldn't work. This time around, let us use our fellow human beings. Let us try our fellow human beings. With you and I, as human beings, we must get it right in Imo State. We must take over. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Okay, thanks so much for calling, and I think that will be the last call we will entertain on the show this morning because of our time. But let me read these Facebook messages. Good morning, Boss Radio. I'm Izuchuku writing from Douglas. I'm enjoying the program. Owerri Zone should be given the chance to govern the state. God bless you all. Okay, thanks so much, Kevin Benjamin, for that message. This one is actually coming from Tazaya Kevin. We are voting Labour Party. Simple. Good morning, Boss FM. Keep up the good work. Okay, thanks so much. We have this one coming from Honorable Vitalis Akachukubike. Okay, Akachukwebuka. Okigwe should wait till 2027 when Chike Olemwe will emerge the governorship candidate of APC. Very, very interesting Facebook messages. Okay, and Engineer Kenkwo Kesando Kinsele. I would love you to actually say your last word on the show this morning. Just use the 30 seconds.
Oh, the truth about it is that what we're talking about is Imo State, and why we're being so particular about Okigwe Zone is that we feel when it comes to issues of development, we're lacking behind. And it is not really a function of where the person is coming from, so to say, but we were so particular that a particular zone has dominated. That is aside. Yes, some people are saying human beings and non-human beings. See, there are certain issues that we also come back to discuss, because a whole lot of persons are saying that Okigwe sons are in the race too, but we'll discuss that very soon. But what we're saying is, we want, like Barrister said, it has to do with credibility, competency, capacity, sincerity of purpose. Because let me tell you, the Imo we see today is not the Imo I grew up in. I lived in Owerri. I've ever lived here. So it is so unfortunate what we're witnessing today, and that is why Okigwe people are saying we want a man of impeccable character and exceptional sagacity that will help us drive the Okigwe agenda, that will help us bring these human and natural resources into play, that will help for the development of Okigwe Zone. That is what we're saying. So anything that will not be in tandem with the development of Okigwe Zone, we're not part of it. And I can tell you that is why we're saying Okigwe decides. We are going to be very, very serious when it comes to the affairs of this November 11 gubernatorial election. And I can bet you, after Sunday, the man will mention will be the next governor of Imo State. Okay,
and after Sunday, I hope we will have you people back here in the studio to tell us who you have chosen. Your final word on the show, Honorable Chief Celestine Ngobi, will just use 15 seconds, please.
Thank you very much, moderator. You said we are talking about Okigwe Decides, which we say that on Sunday we will assemble at the house of one of us.
Okay.
Chief Ben Duru at the Himembano. And I'm calling on all Okigwe sons and daughters anywhere they are, in Imo, in Abia, and outside these places, to come up together, to come up and attend that meeting on Sunday.
Okay.
To, like I said, we have, even though we say we are going to Okigwe Decides, we know as a guy who,
oh yeah,
we have seen all these candidates they are going about, but I believe that the PDP has the most credible candidate, which we will present to the people of Imo State on Sunday.
Okay, thank you.
And you know, we are talking about equity.
Okay.
Equity demands that you give B, you give A, and you give C.
Okay, thank you.
We rule out Oluzo from this the race.
Okay.
And target at Owerri zone that has never produced a governor in this Imo State.
Okay, Barrister Dick Adin, your last shot on the show this morning, just 10 seconds, please, because of our time.
Okay. Well, like I also said, when we look at the antecedents, you know, and the experience, political experience of all the aspirants, you know, you will agree with me that Senator Nemeka Anyanwu Samdadi, you know, has a very distinguished, you know, antecedent, having been to Imo State House of Assembly twice, local government chairman twice, a senator, and currently the National Secretary of PDP. So, to me, he's eminently qualified. If we are talking of a credible, competent, and you know, a candidate that is appealing to the electorate.
Okay.
Because generally, Imo State yearns for a change.
Okay. Thanks so much, Barrister. And I think that's the much we can actually have on the show this morning. I must thank you so much, Honorable Chief Celestine Ngaobiwu, who actually represented Obo State constituency from 2007 to 2011 and from 2011 to 2015 in the Imo State House of Assembly under the platform of PDP. Thank you for coming to the show this morning.
Thank you, Mother.
Okay, another guest we had here on the show this morning is Engineer Kenkwo Kesando Kensele, former House of Representatives candidate, Okigwe South Federal Constituency, under the platform of YPP. Thank you for coming.
Dimo, let's make Imo safe again. Thank you very much.
All right, that was amazing. And then we have Barrister Dick Adendo, lawyer and political analyst. Thank you for coming and giving us your wealth of experience on the show this morning.
Thanks for having me, and thanks listeners for your time and audience.
And my name still remains Osaze Ejiogu. Thank you for actually keeping it there with us on the show this morning. Of course, keep listening to Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Good morning.